Hey guys, how's it going? This is your boy Coach Ekong, and this is my weekly blog, New Vision for Your Nutrition, my unfiltered perspective, tips and advice on health. Today's the sequel to the original topic I spoke about in my last blog, part 8. Please go back and watch it if you haven't. But part 8 was still fat at the gym. Today's topic is still fat in my personal life. All right, so let's get into it. Basically, I wanted to provide the sequel outside of the gym, a perspective outside of the gym that would bring light to, again, my observations when it comes to people who seem to just be inconsistent when it comes to just their daily habits that have nothing to do with them actually going to the gym. The number 3 reason for me is just uneducated, and that's no, that's no insult to anybody. But when it comes to education on food and nutrition, a lot of us are just we're just ignorant on the details of how to live a healthy lifestyle. I think that there's so many, again, and no fault to anyone, because I think a part of the fitness industry makes it seem extremely simple, and then you have another part that makes it seem extremely complicated. And so somewhere in the middle is where a lot of people miss that little gray area. That balance is where a lot of people miss. The number 2 reason of things that I believe in people's personal life cause a challenge and an obstacle, and again, could be something to just be aware of, is emotional change. I use that terminology because it's kind of hard to kind of define all the many different examples. But what I'm speaking about is just those unexpected times where things happen. That could be your car breaking down, that could be a loss of a family member, a job. That could even be something as critical as a relationship that went awry. A new relationship that's went awry, and everybody's fine, but emotionally you're just in a different place, than you were maybe a couple weeks prior. And so where people tend to stumble is, a lot of people look to change their eating habits during an emotional time. Again, it's kind of hard to really cover, or define temporary when we speak about just an emotional challenge, because if you're speaking about someone's death, it's going to be kind of hard to say, okay, well, that's temporary, you keep it moving. But even in that situation, I think that you should still look at the fact of what you can do outside of getting out of your consistent healthy lifestyle to still deal with it in a positive way, just so that once you get to a point where you're healed from it, you don't set yourself back too far, if that makes any sense. So I think that's number 2 on the list. The number 1 reason is being unprepared. And this is probably one of my biggest pet peeves. And for me, it's just no good excuse. I mean, you have everything from people saying, what was I supposed to do, to, um, it's for the kids and I didn't want to feel left out. Like, everything is about feeling left out or not having enough time. And it's just one of the, as a trainer, it's one of the things you just hate to hear on a consistent basis, that people don't have time, or that they were forced into not eating what they should have. The most common example is something like a party or some type of get together where there's food, and people believe that they have to adhere to whatever peer pressure that people feel they have, where they have to eat what everybody else is eating, and I just don't understand, or drink what everybody else is drinking, and you know, figure it out later. And so for me, I'm not saying that you have to break out your Tupperware at the Christmas party. The better prepared you are, either by consuming or bringing um, your, what I would deem your shield to the war, the better you're going to be. And it just, I don't think I have to elaborate any further than that. But those are the top three things personally that I feel are the top three biggest challenges to why you are still fat. These are the top three things that I find are the most beneficial, if they are eliminated, to you getting back on track to a healthy and productive lifestyle. So again, it's your boy Coach Ekong. I hope this was educational and helpful. Again, visit me on all of my social sites. Reach out to me, comment, and that's it, y'all. Thanks so much for your time. It's your boy Coach Ekong. I'm out. Have a good one.